Hey Pisces, this is going to be your reading for the period of the full moon in Leo. I am actually performing this 2 days after the peak full moon. We're actually in the waning gibbous phase of that moon. So this is really just what the series is called. Really, my readings are timeless in general. So whenever you find me and click on this video, this is when you were meant to hear this message. Pisces, let's see what goes on for you. If this message resonates with you, then do hit the like button, subscribe, drop me a comment if you feel so moved. I do love to hear from you. Let's get into this right away. Pisces. Hey Pisces, you start out as yourself. You are here as the high priestess. It's very, very powerful time for you. It's a very powerful time for you. You've got some pretty good major arcana showing up here and a sense of a lot of stuff going on. But let's talk about this. High priestess, strongly intuitive at this time. You know the secrets of the universe. You're really tapped in. There's a really real sense of balance of light and dark, the understanding of light and dark, the understanding of your masculine and feminine, divine masculine, divine feminine sides are very, very much fully calibrated. You're coming out right now fully calibrated. You are performing at optimal. You are so much Pisces and Pisces and Pisces and Pisces. You've just gone meta. And so really beautiful start. And what's your supporting or crossing energy is the okay, that just came through. It's the Six of Wands. It's the Six of Wands, Pisces, and this is a beautiful card of victory. It's winning the battle and being able to have the energy and to attend your victory parade. So it's not like you're battle weary. It was sort of a piece of cake, right? And you're getting a lot of recognition and accolade for it. And so this is like a really beautiful energy of success that you're achieving at this time, and it's in support of this intuitive behavior, this energy of strong intuition and just tapped in. I feel the words being tapped in really, really are popping out to me right now. The other thing, Pisces, though, that popped out to me was that you're not comfortable with this. You're not comfortable with the idea of, and this is going to be true for some of you, not all of you. This is a general reading, but I have to say that one of the first things that gave me pause about this energy compared or juxtaposed with the energy of the priestess is that there's something a little like, it's different energy, you know. It's this has got a sort of exalted higher mind, a divinity around her, and this is really this pomp and circumstance and the ability to really enjoy it. It's much more okay, I'm just going to say it. For some of you, it's you're going to feel embarrassed by the attention, and then maybe that's what's happening for you. Okay, so that's for some of you. I got that message out because by and large this is a really beautiful, positive thing. I don't want to discount that. I just want to, for those of you who struggle with this energy, and being out there, I just want to let you know that you deserve it. You please bask in the accolades. You deserve every bit of attention that you get because you're dealing with a really big win here, Pisces. And at the root of you, it had to do with some group energy. You've got some reason to celebrate, come together. There was a joining of efforts here, perhaps, and some of you it's going to be in your community. Some of you it's your family, but at the root of this situation, it was a sense of coming together to if it was to work on a project and be creative and create, because this is Cups energy. It has to do with emotion and creativity. Water energy. Again, Pisces, you're in your element. This is what spurred on this feeling of success and you showing up here as a very positive, yes, but very powerful expression of yourself. You're arriving in your full glory. And in the past is the Queen of Cups. More of the same is more water energy, and this sort of is read, as mainly Cancer, but can be Pisces or Scorpio as well. Water energy. I think that's it. She's also pre-priestess, so I really see her strongly Pisces, and so this was the precursor to to where we land in the here and now, and it's as if this project, this coming together, started to fuel you and make you feel more in your element, more of yourself, and so you are thriving in this beautiful, compassionate, loving, creative space. And there's this real nurturing. You're incredibly intuitive here as well, and you're basically it's making you feel more of yourself, more in your element, and you graduate to full priestess Pisces. And by the way, it doesn't matter what your gender is, how you identify. This is just how these cards show up. I say she when I see a female on the card, but it's just the divine feminine energies of these cards as well. So it doesn't matter how you identify here in the 3D, but what it really means to say is that you begin to become more yourself, like you're becoming self-realized in the recent past, and then you graduate here and now. Like now you're at a place where you arrive in your full power. You graduate to the full, you reach your potential, and that's why you're being celebrated. You're being celebrated and receiving a lot of recognition for that victory. It is indeed a victory. Now, what's crowning you is this energy of the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And so what that energy is, it's earth energy now, right? And it's very grounded energy. And the Queen of Pentacles is very motherly, pre-empress as well. So, like if the Queen of Cups is also pre-empress, technically, but, I kind of see her more as like pre-priestess energy. And, but the Queen of Pentacles is definitely pre-empress. So we're talking about this earthy, creativity, this fecundity, this sort of like, you are the garden, feeling, maternal energy. I feel like it's very motherly. And so what's crowning you, with it in the reverse is sort of this, the energy is that you take these things inside. It's an internal self-discovery in this aspect. And so maybe it's a balancing act. There's a little bit of, water and earth playing very happily together, by the way. They're elements that work very, very well together. And an aspect of you becoming the priestess, like if you were simply the Queen of Cups before, what helps to get you, to full priestess level is actually, sort of marrying it with a more earthbound, earthly energy, more grounded and getting into your more carnate creative side as well, and turning it inside and internalizing it. So this is your crowning energy, and it sort of completes the equation for you, Pisces. And then in your near future is the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Swords in reverse tells me that what's going to happen out of this is this flurry of activity and messages and is going to die down. It's going to come to an end. And I think that it's something that you do because again, I think some of you aren't comfortable with this energy. And so the Knight of Swords is here, typically he's like riding in a rage and in a flurry, but he's also very pointed, laser focused on his destiny and on his goal, on his target. And but he comes in very swiftly, and it's sort of like a bat out of hell energy. Well, this in the reverse means that it's gonna, all of this energy is sort of gonna die down. You're gonna see, the end of this cycle here that where that's rising you up and letting you be very celebrated. And so don't worry that if this is making you uncomfortable, it's it'll kind of ebb out. And yeah, it's headed towards a time of peace, and so what really is happening is a sense of grounding too. So it's very interesting as you have ascended to your full priestess self. There's a lot of water energy, and so this crowning energy of deciding to tap into a more earthly, a more earth-based energy is helping you to heal and ground and become and solidify yourself as you step into your arrival, if you will, arriving at your full potential. So you get there in a very spiritually connected way, and it's very full in the heart space, but it's still very watery, and it's still very, it feels like it could float away. It could, it may not stick, and so you ground it with this earth energy. And in order for that to happen, you need this to die down. You need all of the energy that's sort of keeping the excitement in the air and making you feel sort of heady and dizzy. I'm getting, and so this is letting you know that it's about to die down. Sit tight. You'll be able to. I just got the word and it left me. Propagate. You're going to be able to propagate. That's for some of you out there. Maybe some of you are web designers or you deal in internet stuff, but or other things. Who knows? Things that propagate. In your current energy is the Three of Swords, Pisces. You're feeling a little wounded by this somehow. It may not even be by this. It just acknowledges that the Three of Swords energy is here, and that that life is complicated, and it can be all the things. You can be going through all of this really beautiful ascension process over here, and for separate reasons. There's a little bit of heartache and healing that has to go on. So you're looking for some healing, and I think that the reason why this is here on the table simultaneously with all of this beautiful success energy over here, and is because it's time. Now is the time for this healing. Something that you've been holding on to for a long time and letting just be a wound sort of open somewhere. It's you haven't had it perhaps in you to address, and this happens all the time, right? You're like, I'll get to it. I can't address it right now, because it would just be a takedown emotionally. Like we do what we can to cope. You've been coping, Pisces. This is what this talks about. You've just been coping, merely coping, but on the momentum of this big success and this huge spiritual arrival. You're ready now. You're ready now to start to commit to your healing, because now you have the power, you have the wisdom and support of the universe too, in connection to spirit, to start to address this wound. It's time to heal, Pisces. That's what this is talking about. It's time to heal. And you're fully supported in your environment. You get the Nine of Cups, and this is more wish fulfillment. This is wish fulfillment and success, more accolades, more recognition. I'm sorry if that makes you feel uncomfortable, but you have arrived, and this is what you get. That's what you get. You deserve it. And so, Pisces, look, this is good. This is positive, and I want you to know that that what went before is ready to be healed, and it's yours to put this to rest. This gets to go night now, and I'm really feeling so much love and compassion for you right now, because so much good things is happening that you've earned, that you've achieved, so many like gorgeous accolades, and you get to feel proud. This tells you that you get to feel proud of these things, and so use this time and the sort of the collateral that you are collecting here, the karma bank that you're driving up here to put an end to this and let it heal. And then your hopes and fears is the Tower. Of course it is. I get it, because look, this is sort of hanging on, and you feel like it's gonna, if this is a wound that you haven't been able to dismiss yet, some of that that can stick around can threaten our sense of security in our successes, and so how do you lock that feeling of ascension? How do you lock it when you get here and not make it a mere visitation? It's like, oh, I know what it's like to have ascended to my full potential, but then I regress and like let this take me down back to a place where, you know, maybe it wasn't as, it's not bad. Freaking Queen of Cups is awesome, you know, but it's not, you know, your full potential. And you've got to visit that for a second. Now, how do you lock this ascension? How do you lock it? And you lock it by healing and acknowledging your successes. But you've got this fear that, you know, that it's going to all crumble away, that it's all going to fall away, and that you'll regress and not, you know, be able to enjoy, you know, the full ascension. So of course that's in your hopes and fears, but I'm here to tell you that this also is indicative of is a paradigm shift. And so you can hope for the paradigm shift, and the paradigm shift for you is that you do lock it, that you do ascend, that everything does change, because what went before had to do with this hurt and whatever this thing that pained you was, and that you get to now heal from, because you have the power, you have all of the power to do that. Will let this old paradigm of pain fall away, and it's time, Pisces. It's time to do it right now. And I know your outcome is the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is here to say that you reach this two things that we already talked about. You do reach your full ascension spiritually here, and it does ground, it solidifies here on earth. And so we were talking about the Priestess being you fully realized, and the Hierophant is sort of a divine counterpart of this energy. It's sort of the more divine masculine aspect of the Priestess, I would say. But it's also spirituality, you know, here on earth. And so he's like the earthly carnate expression of priestess energy, spirituality. You know, it also talks of tradition and dogma and structures around spirituality as well, and practice and discipline to me, as well as so many other things. In this reading, Pisces, it talks about exactly what we talked about before, marrying the water elements with the earth elements, and solidifying that spiritual practice and that spiritual ascension, and grounding it and locking your ascension. This to me is called locking your ascension. You have risen up, you've become you've reached you know, the full level of your potential at this time, and now you get to lock it and bring it into the 3D and live with it every day. And yeah, you know, because you heal and you get to be proud of all of your successes, and the paradigm shifts, and the tower falls, and then you get to, you know, you're revealed as this really exalted aspect of spirituality here on earth that's backed by your energy of the Priestess. Oh, chills. Let's get some more on that, because that's what we're doing. That's how we're doing these readings. Even though I could easily stop there and just be like, yeah, and that's wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's take all of that. Pisces, all right. Clarifying all of that message is the Judgment card. More major arcana, by the way. Just, you know, this is a big deal time for you. I get it. Judgment, this is your life's calling. You're answering the call. You are answering the call. It's your renaissance, and so that, you know, confirms to me further that there's no regression here. You're just moving forward. This is truly your ascension. It's Judgment Day, and then you get the 10 of Pentacles, which is legacy wealth. And so again, this is how this starts to manifest in the 3D. It starts to permeate all aspects of your life. It's a holistic realization, both spiritually and in the material world. And so that starts to permeate everywhere, and you start to enjoy better wealth. Your satisfaction emotionally, you know, it starts to feed your ability to accept more abundance in your life. And indeed, you establish legacy wealth. It goes on for generations, and it's so beautiful. You got the 2 of Swords and the Moon card here. We're going to talk about them together, and I'll tell you why. Basically, the two of Swords talks about you know, not having all the information and kind of feeling unsettled by that, right? And we talked about that idea already a little bit, you know, the unsettling, I think this energy here is the unsettling, and this is the Swords energy, the 2 of Swords, that I think that, you know, is referred to here in this wound. And it had to do with something that, you know, you felt left out of understanding fully, like perhaps people were not giving you all of the information that you needed in order to, and you felt sort of in bondage about that, and sort of in the dark about certain things that you felt really emotionally tied to. And so here's the thing, Pisces. The moon is here to talk about that shadow and a choice that you had. The Two Swords also talks about a choice, and the choice is to succumb to this as a victim and like kind of have this be more reflective of like the Eight of Swords, where you just stay here, you stay blindfolded, you stay just in accepting that this is just the way it's going to be. I don't get to know about these things, and they're going to make me feel a certain way, and I just have to live like this, or you don't, and you clearly don't. And because you are the priestess, and the moon is tied in with the priestess and her ability to intuit, through shadow. And because you are the priestess, you choose to navigate by moonlight. And you're really good at it because you are the priestess, and you have a really beautiful, powerful you have a beautiful power, but you also have a beautiful, powerful connection to your own intuition, your own divine intuition, and you can navigate by spirit through the darkness and extrapolate from the light that gleans off of the objects in under the moon. Even if like they're a little distorted, you can't really tell exactly what they are. Like your intuition is so strong that you're able to navigate through it successfully, and you choose to do that, and use and live through your magic, rather than stay in bondage, and in this way you heal. This is the way you heal, by being courageous and taking the step forward and really trusting that intuition, because you can, because you're Pisces and you are fully realized, and you're full-on priestess. That's where we start, and this is where we end. Pisces, it's so beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's your renaissance. Congratulations. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it there. And if this resonated with you, I hope it did, because it's so powerful. Please do hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and drop me a comment if you feel so moved. I do love to hear from you. I hope to see you at the next reading. In the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and light. Thank you.